How's it going, MarShawn? Obviously, the news in the scrimmage was you didn't get to go from a little tweak. Just what was the injury, and were you at full go out there today?
The injury I had a little sprain in my foot, minor sprain. See, I'm walking now. It wasn't nothing too major. Just just was watching it. Coach was watching it. But today I just did I was in the weight room doing some extra conditioning stuff to get back into it. You don't want to just throw me back into practice. So I just was getting ready to possibly be able to go back this week.
MarShawn obviously didn't get to go in the scrimmage, but I guess just what did you kind of see from the other guys that did get to go in the running back room this week? I know you guys got a lot of guys that got a lot of different guys that got a lot of carries this weekend.
Yes.
And what did you kind of see from the rest of those guys?
We looked really good. We have a great backfield. Just like if one goes down, another can do the same exact thing. So it was fun being able to see guys that don't get much reps during practice. It was fun being able to see them go out there and be able to execute on a high level.
MarShawn, we got to speak to Dante Miller last week.
Okay.
Just what have you seen from him since he comes in, and does he come to you for advice?
Oh yeah, definitely. Dante's he's a really smart kid. He's in here. He goes to the coaches a lot. He learns the plays. He asks me for different things according to the plays because most of the stuff like I already went over. So he's a really good dude. He's a great person to be around. Super smart. So he's a really good guy.
Hey, MarShawn, how much can that running back depth help you guys as the season rolls on?
It can help a lot. Like I said early on, it's and playing in the SEC is the toughest conference. You want to have multiple backs. You don't want one guy taking 40 carries a game because that's it's not going to be good for your body. But having guys that could go in and do the same exact thing that I could and just having rotations is really good for our team, and it helps us out a lot as far as like when teams are having to pretty much watch us before we play them.
MarShawn, I know you obviously haven't been out there for stretches of it, but just as you get into week 2 of camp, what are some things you feel like the offense is doing really well right now, and what are some things you'd like to see kind of sharpen up as you get into week 2?
Honestly, I feel like we're doing good on all levels, of what we're doing. Pass game is looking good. Running game is looking really good. I feel like we're working on all. So we could work on all cylinders, but as far as right now, I feel like we're in a good spot.
Hey, MarShawn, how comforting is it as a running back to have 5 offensive linemen with over 100 combined starts in front of you, just kind of having that experience to block?
It's very comfortable. They know what they're doing. I got really close with every single one of them. So it's cool to have somebody that, first of all, we had a 1,000-yard rusher 2 years ago, so they know what they're doing. They've been through it, and I just feel like this year is going to be like a special year for those old linemen.
Hey, MarShawn, of course, this year you're playing with a very mobile quarterback in Spencer Rattler. I wanted to ask, in your opinion, how does that help the dynamic or impact the dynamic of your run game?
Helps a lot because a lot of teams. He didn't play in the SEC, so a lot of teams don't really know much about Spencer. They didn't really game plan on him. They don't know what he can do. So having him back there definitely helps us out a lot in the run game as well as in the pass game because you never know what we can do. We don't want to be one-dimensional, so we're working on everything we've been doing.
Yeah, and just to follow up on that, you mentioned it not being one-dimensional. I know last year sometimes you guys would have, even Jaheim Bell would be back there. So what do you think about that, just the way that he's kind of used just like all over the place, even sometimes in the backfield? Like, what do you think about how that also, I guess, impacts the way that you guys, just run your offense?
Honestly, whatever we need to do to win, we're all for it. If Jaheim has to be in the backfield as well, hey, he's going to be in the backfield because at the end of the day, we want to win. And we know Jaheim is a great player, and he can do it all. So if they're able to put him in the backfield for some plays, then I'm all for it.
MarShawn, what was it like? I guess Christian was out of the scrimmage too. Just you guys kind of on the sideline watching your backups or the other running backs play. And what is that dynamic like? Because I know no position's promised, but you two guys are probably 1 and 2.
It's pretty cool. Me and Christian, we're just sitting there now and just pretty much just, going through the plays, the whole mental side of things, going through the plays, just trying to help out as much as we can. We have been taking a decent amount of reps, so it's been pretty cool, being able to help other running backs in a way. So having Christian, because it's not a long. Me and him we both pretty good, so it have not been a long like time missing. So it's been pretty good being able to help a lot of the younger guys.
Hey, MarShawn. Lavassier Carroll, obviously a big add to this room, and he's kind of a character. What has he been able to add to the room, whether it be on the field with his play or off the field with his character?
Oh yeah, Lucinif. He's a great running back. He's getting back into it. Last year he played DB, so he's getting back into running back. He's a really good runner. He reminds me of the way his running style. He reminds me of Alvin Kamara a little bit, just because how calm he runs. Might not look like he's running fast, but no one ever catches him. So I know he's doing something right. But he's a great dude. We went out to lunch yesterday. So a couple of running backs went out to lunch yesterday. So he's a good guy to be around. A really good person.
What's the best way you could describe taking a mental rep for a running back, for someone who maybe hadn't done that? I guess what's the process of that? What are you looking at? What are you thinking about? What are you doing as you're
Okay,
doing
definitely. Yeah. For me, the process I look at is first I figure out what the play is, and from there I go off of what's the O-line call, so I can know what coverage. Well, so I can know what coverage we're in and what person I have to block if there was to blitz. Once they give me a call, I figure out what I have to do on that play, if it's a run play or a pass play, and then from there I go from if there's nobody coming, then I go to my route, and then from there I just pretty much try to insinuate or put myself in that type of position. When, say, if Lavassier's in, I put myself in his shoes and see what I would do differently or what I would have done the same, and pretty much just go to them and pretty much figure it out, like explaining to them like you could have did this, and pretty much just explain, just have different views of it. Thank you. Appreciate it.